You don't have to be calm to watch this. You don't have to be present. But here's a question. What are you before you decide what you're feeling? Before you label this moment? Before you choose what to think about? There's a space there. You're already in it. You just haven't noticed it yet. There's a space that isn't the inner world and isn't the outer one. Not thought, not sensation, not a story. It's where awareness pauses before choosing a direction. You know this place, even if you never named it. It's the moment between waking and remembering who you are. The breath between speaking and being spoken to. The stillness before you decide what you're feeling. Most of life is lived leaning forward into what's next, leaning backward into what was, leaning into certainty, even when there isn't any. But right now, you are standing between, not moving toward, not pulling away, just here, in the space where nothing has been decided yet. Notice how quickly the mind wants to locate itself. Am I thinking? Am I feeling? Am I calm? Am I distracted? Those questions reach for certainty. They want to know where you are so they can tell you what to do next. But this space does not answer them. It doesn't clarify. It doesn't define. It doesn't resolve. It simply holds. You might notice the urge to label what's happening. This is peace. This is confusion. This is emptiness. But watch what happens when you don't. When you let awareness exist without categorizing itself. The space doesn't collapse. It doesn't demand a name. It just continues being what it already is. Wide, open, undefined. This is not a transition state. You are not on your way to something more real. This is reality, unframed, before interpretation decides what matters, before attention collapses into one thing, before the mind says, this is important, and that is not. You are not missing the moment. You are standing inside it without commentary. And that might feel like nothing is happening, because we've been taught that presence should feel like something peaceful, clear, grounded, transcendent. But this space doesn't perform. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't offer proof that you're doing it right. It just is, and so are you. There's no goal here, no state to achieve, no correct way to be between. You are not building towards stillness. You're not returning from overwhelm. You're just standing where you already are. It can feel strange to stay here. The mind says, I should do something with this. Turn it into insight. Make it useful. Understand what it means. But this space isn't asking for use. It's asking for permission to remain undefined. See if you can let awareness stay wide without narrowing toward meaning. Not analyzing the space. Not evaluating whether you're in it correctly. Just allowing the openness to continue. There might be resistance. A subtle discomfort with not knowing what you're doing here. That's the mind reaching for structure. It wants to frame this moment so it knows how to hold it. But you don't need to hold it. It's already holding you. Notice if there's a pull to move toward something familiar, a thought you recognize, a feeling you know how to navigate, a story about what this moment means. You can let that pull be there. You don't have to fight it, but you also don't have to follow it. You can just stand here between the pull and the following, between the question and the answer, between realities. Between realities, nothing has been selected. You haven't chosen a reaction. You haven't chosen a belief. You haven't chosen a direction. This is not indecision. It's openness before the world organizes itself. Every moment Reality offers infinite directions, infinite interpretations, infinite responses. But the mind moves so quickly that it feels like there's only one, the obvious one, the necessary one, the one that matches the pattern you've learned. Here, in this space, you can see the others, not by thinking about them, but by not collapsing into one yet. You're standing at the intersection of all possible responses. Not choosing means they all remain available. This isn't paralysis, it's potential. And when you do move, and you will, you'll move from wholeness, not from habit. Soon, you'll re-enter movement. Thought will tighten. Attention will aim itself again. The world will ask you to choose, and you'll choose. That's natural. You can't live here forever. This space is not a destination. But knowing it's here changes everything. Because now you know, before the story solidifies, there is openness. Before the reaction hardens, there is choice. Before meaning closes around the moment, there is vastness. You don't have to believe in this space. You don't have to understand it. You don't even have to remember it. It will still be here, waiting between every breath, between every thought, between every version of yourself you think you have to be. There is always a space where you are not required to become anything. You don't live here forever. You just visit. And that's enough.